Hey Poohs, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be eating on some seafood. No surprise. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you could become a whiny poo because it's lit over here. Okay, so today I have 3 lobster tails. I have 4, but the other one just didn't look too good to me. I have some prawns, bell peppers, corn on the cob, some asparagus back here, some eggs, some boiled eggs, some de-shelled king crab, and of course we brung it back. We have the Smackalicious sauce. Okay, Bloves Smackalicious sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. So how's everybody been doing? Let me know in the comments. So shout out to everybody that watched my last video. I truly appreciate it. Y'all showed out in that video. So I let the sauce sit in the refrigerator overnight. What I had yesterday in the bowl, I pretty much just scooped it back into the bowl, but I have like a whole lot of sauce left, like a whole bowl. It makes a lot of sauce, y'all. I think she says you can freeze it up to 6 months, something like that. I gotta go back and watch the video again. But yeah. So by it sitting, the point of me saying that is by it sitting in the refrigerator, it like had time to marinate. So it's just so, oh, it's just so good, y'all. For some reason, it's a little bit more spicier today to me. That's good. She did say the sauce will be back in stock, y'all. So don't worry. A lot of y'all said, excuse me. A lot of y'all said that y'all got y'all sauce. So, and that y'all excited and y'all tried it and y'all loved it. I'm glad, you know. That's the thing. Everybody is not going to like her sauce, and that's just what it is. I mean, we all don't like the same of anything, you know. I don't like ketchup. A lot of people like ketchup. I don't like ranch. There's a lot of people like ranch, you know, so that's just what it is. That's good. I brought the egg back. I know for the longest, a lot of y'all wanted me to eat eggs in my boils, but I just didn't like it. But a lot of y'all commented was like, yeah, she's eating the egg. I've been wanting her to eat eggs. I'm thinking about Cuzzo AB. She'd be like, ooh, this is truly a treat. That makes me laugh every time. Okay, we're gonna jump in. Ooh, all I wanna do is eat right now. It's better overnight. So, whew, it's much better, and it's hot now. It's hot now. So in Fallbrook, California, Gerard, a real estate agent and kids rugby coach, lived in a house with his wife, Laura. Their 3 kids, one who's 18, and they had other 2 little ones. In their guest house lived Laura's mom, Cynthia. Now, Cynthia, she recently just had a stroke, and Gerard wanted to move his mother-in-law into the house, you know, just to take care of her, to make sure she's okay and stuff. So she lives in the guest house. Now, Gerard and Cynthia, his mother-in-law, they just didn't get along. They always constantly just fight back and forth, back and forth. Reason being is because Cynthia, she smoked a lot. She smoked cigarettes, and Gerard just didn't like cigarettes. He didn't like the smell in his house. He didn't like cigarettes around his kids. So they argued mostly about that, you know? So Gerard feels like my house, my rules, which I agree with, you know? I don't like cigarette smoke. Cynthia would be on the back patio smoking because she wasn't allowed to smoke inside the house. Gerard would be in the backyard watering his grass, and he would say to Cynthia, where there is smoke, there is fire. And he would literally hose down Cynthia, his mother-in-law. Gerard will also, he would hose down his wife, Laura, because if Laura says something that Gerard didn't like, he would like hose her down as well. So he's already showing little signs of like being kind of like abusive, you know. Here's some king crab, y'all. Cynthia also, she just didn't approve of how, the other issue she had with Gerard was that she didn't approve of how he would discipline her grandkids. You know, she just didn't like it. And Gerard didn't like the way his mother-in-law, Cynthia, would discipline his kids. It's Cynthia's birthday, and Cynthia's niece had plans to go see her, you know, her aunt, to take her out for lunch, just pretty much pamper her. But that actually never happened. Neighbors heard gunshots at Gerard's house. So neighbors called 911.
Sheriff's Communications Dispatcher number 10, may I help you?
I've never shot a gun in my life, so I'm not an expert, but I'm sitting here in my house and I heard 4 or 5 discharges.
Hi, I was in my bathroom doing my hair and I could hear what sounded like gunshots, and I opened my window and I hear it sounds like a man saying, "Help me, help me." Oh, I just heard the shot again. Not an emergency.
Yeah, there was some gunshots fired, about 5 of them behind my house, and now I can hear someone yelling, "Help me." Oh, another gunshot. Another shot.
I hear it.
Another one.
3 more, okay.
And this person is screaming, "Help
Yeah.
me."
You hear him, is it male, female?
It sounds kind of like a male, but it could be an old female with a raspy smoke voice.
Yeah, we've got several deputies on the way.
Police arrived at the house and they couldn't see the body from just looking in the window. They went into the house with the intent of saving the victim, but they was just too late. The victim was just already dead. That is so good. So Gerard's brother, George, received a phone call from the police letting him know that something happened at, Gerard's house and that you should come, So George gets there and he said he's seen like helicopters flying all over, caution tape, and he was just trying to figure out what was going on. So pretty much hours later, I don't know why hours later, but hours later, the cops talked to Gerard and let him know that talked to George, Gerard's brother, and let him know that Gerard is actually dead. He's the person that's in the house. So George, Gerard's brother, suspects that it was somebody in the family. Now George thought that it was his 18-year-old nephew who did it, Gerard's oldest son, because Gerard's oldest son was a recovering drug addict, and that he would always ask for money and just do little stuff, and Gerard would be like the disciplinary, and so they would just basically go back and forth. So he kind of figured like, okay, it got to be his oldest son who killed him, Police, detectives, they wasn't ruling out anybody at this point. But they did, however, they really had an interest in talking to Cynthia, Gerard's mother-in-law. Hours later, police finds Cynthia celebrating her birthday at a coffee shop. So they take her down to the station, and she walks in the station all happy and bubbly and greeting cops, and just in a really, really good mood overall. So then she asks, the detectives, why am I here?
Something happened today at your house, and unfortunately, Laura's husband, you know what Laura's husband's name is? Well, unfortunately, Laura's husband has passed away.
Huh?
Laura's husband was killed today.
He was killed when?
Today. We're going to ask you some questions. We're going to ask you some questions because we're trying to figure out what happened today, okay?
All right. So what did you think of him? Okay, and why do you say that?
That's the big thumbs down. You didn't like him.
Y'all, if y'all see little stuff flying in the air, it's just my paper towel. Because I'll tear my paper towel before I record, and then like all the little, what is it called? Fabric just start floating in the air. It's not bugs, I promise. It's just fabric from the paper towel. But anyways, so Cynthia tells detectives that Gerard has been abusive to her daughter Laura, and her grandkids for years, and that he would hold her down, and he would choke her daughter Laura. So Cynthia, she admits to murdering Gerard, and her reason was because she said the morning of Gerard's daughter's spelling bee, Gerard ended up making a comment to Cynthia saying, "That looks too ghetto." Basically talking about what Cynthia had on that morning. Cynthia basically took offense to it, and she ended up grabbing her revolver. Gerard never seen the first shot coming. Gerard was shot in the back. Cynthia was just getting started. So Cynthia fired all 5 shots out of that revolver. Cynthia chose to go to her car and reload 5 more rounds. She walks back into the backyard and find that Gerard is like bleeding. And she's also seen that he was like crawling, trying to get away. So she ended up firing 5 more shots into him. So at this time, 10 bullets into him. Cynthia, she still wasn't done. She goes back to the car, reload 5 more times, comes back, and by this time though, Gerard had actually crawled into his house, into the kitchen. So Cynthia walks in, see him laying on the floor in the kitchen, and she fired 5 more shots into Gerard, y'all. So after the last 5 shots that she fired into Gerard, he ended up dying. He finally ended up, dying. Out of 15 bullets fired, 12 hit Gerard.
Is he dead?
He's dead, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh boy. Is he alive? He's not? Oh, good. Oh, thank you. I shot him. Boom, boom, boom.
You don't feel bad about it?
No.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Whoever you pray to, you make sure that
I don't pray to anybody.
call as a higher power.
I prayed today.
Okay.
First time I ever prayed.
What'd you pray for?
Hope he died.
Oh boy.
Cynthia went to enjoy her birthday after firing. Let me get to these lobster tails. I know y'all probably like, okay, it already came apart. Cynthia went in to enjoy her birthday after killing Gerard. She went to Denny's. She went gambling. Like, she went to her favorite coffee shop, taking pictures, y'all. Cynthia was already planning to kill Gerard. She done been to the shooting range. She done used the same gun that she used to kill Gerard at the shooting range. So she had like all of this planned out, y'all. So during this time, doctors, they evaluated Cynthia to see if she was, competent to stand trial. And she was. Because she seemed, a little bit not all the way there. So Cynthia's daughter, Laura, she testified to support the claims that Gerard was indeed abusive. Many days later, the case goes to the jury. And when everybody goes back into the courtroom, Cynthia was seen waving at the judge. Like, just waving at her. But that didn't work, waving at the judge. Cynthia was found guilty. She was sentenced 50 years to life. Because the sauce was sitting in the refrigerator, it's like it done just got spicier. Mind you, Cynthia, if y'all don't know, is 66 years old. And she was sentenced 50 years to life. What do you think about it?
Cynthia crazy.
Yeah, I think she really has a problem though. I feel like something was really wrong with her though. Like if you see all the clips, you can clearly tell something's wrong. You know? Patients like that, where there's already something wrong up there, and you do little things to them like spray them with water hoses and stuff like that.
She probably fed up too.
Yeah, you better be afraid to go to bed at night, you know? I'm just saying. That is crazy, right?
She did that.
My husband's sleepy, y'all. He laughing, he's sleepy. I'm filming this literally at 2 a.m. But he was in the military. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he's showing all the little signs of like, he want things a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And like, he like, not saying all military men like to be in control, but I feel like a lot of them have like that stern, strict type attitude. You know what I mean? So he was really strong. It took 12 bullets. 12. That's crazy. He did have 2 small children and an older son. Older son who was 18 years old. That lady showed no remorse, y'all. She was in that boy in a, she was at the station. Just, oh, thank you. He's dead. Yes.
This sound like he was torturing that lady.
Right?
Talking about thank you.
And then for her,
Then she do like a thumbs down or something like that.
it was like, what you think about her? About Gerard? She was like, Then when the detective asked her to pray, you know, you should, you know, pray or something like that. And she said something about her praying, and then she was like, I have prayed. I prayed for the first time today or something like that. And the detective asked her, what'd you pray for? And then she was like, for him to die. He was like, oh boy. I was like, I did not mean to laugh. I did not mean to laugh, y'all. Because the detective was like, oh boy. I was so done. Huh?
Stuff like that always crack you up.
I don't know. I laughed at the wrong time. Excuse my behavior, y'all.
When people be like, oh boy. Or here we go.
I'm gonna get a little of this corn and we can check out, y'all. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this whole true crime. Do y'all feel like something was really wrong with Gerard's mother-in-law? I feel something was really wrong with her.
I think it was a combination of both. I think she was fed up and a little off. And,
yeah, that true crime was terrible, y'all. They said that's an old video, like an old true crime. I've seen a lot of people say that's an old story. I never heard of that. Never seen it, never heard of it. Y'all see how all of like the little fabric from the paper towel start flying? I don't know if it's because the paper towel cheap. Is it cheap? I don't even know what kind it is. I think it's Bounty. I don't know then.
quicker picker-upper.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, y'all let me know in the comments. For more true crime, give this video a like. I know this video is really messy, but I appreciate you guys watching. And thank you so much for taking the time out your day to watch me. I truly appreciate it. Please give this video a like, comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell to be notified whenever I drop new videos. I want to thank y'all so much for watching my videos. I appreciate just everything, all the love, all the kind comments, all the likes. Y'all are lit, okay? But all right, y'all, I'm going to ramble. All right, y'all, see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.